section after this video is done, and then definitely speak up in the chat and say hi. Lastly, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Now, if you're watching this as a replay, that and make the speed faster. If you're on a mobile device, look up in the corner, up in this area for 3 little dots, and you can change the speed there as well. Those of you that are here live, do definitely speak up in the chat. I greatly appreciate you being here. Well, those that are here live earn a virtual currency. Junkie Joe should be coming up here in just a moment, and you'll be able to check how many bucks that you have. What are bucks? They're junk bucks. It's just a virtual point system that I have created on my account when we're live so that you can redeem those once you get to 2,000 for a $10 off coupon to my shop. So you can type $bucks to see how many that you have. And if you have 2,000 and you're ready for a coupon code, type $award, and my official note takers will take down that information. Now, if you haven't already created an account on my website at lindaisrael.com, please do so, and then send me a message through the contact form letting me know what your YouTube username is. Why? So I'll have your email address and I can email you your coupon code. Also, if you make a donation throughout this live stream, you can be added to my YouTube donators membership that I have on my website. So again, create an account, say, hey, Linda, I donated, and tell me what your username is on YouTube if it's different. That way I can get you added to that. At the end of this stream, I will have journals made, and you will have the opportunity to win one of those journals. Throughout the live stream, we'll have some various raffles, and we also have in-chat games. So be looking out for that in the chat, and I'll kind of speak it up when I get to it. For example, if you type !raffle, right now you can be in a chance to win 200 junk bucks. So you'll be well on your way to getting 2,000 junk bucks. Normally, Robin is my official note taker. Sometimes Angelica is my official note taker. It kind of depends on what's going on. These are members and administrators of my Facebook group, the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, we'd love to have you come and join us over there. What else? Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. Hey, if you have a question, try to put it in all caps. That way I'll see it. If I don't see it, please don't be offended. The chat sometimes moves fast, and I'm usually looking down trying to create things. So please ask again. But if you know the answer that someone else's question, please go ahead and answer for them. I greatly appreciate that. Let's see, what else? Oh, if you have a YouTube channel, you can't post your link, but you can say, I have a YouTube channel, and tell us a little bit about it. Tell us your channel name, something like that. Tell us what you do. We're going to get started here in just a moment. I'm looking at the time. So roughly 5 minutes is when I'll get started. So it should be just a few more seconds. So definitely hang out in the chat, and we'll get started here in just a moment. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Pardon me if I end up clearing my throat today. I have allergies, but thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My video at the beginning was acting really weird, so sorry if that was confusing to anybody. I'm so glad to have you here. Hey, if you haven't already, join the raffle. You type !raffle. And if you didn't know, my name is Linda Israel, and we are going to work with the Shabby Alice kit from Calico Collage. She has a journal kit, she has add-on pages, she has lots of ephemera where you can print bottles and mason jars and journal cards and bingo cards and playing cards. She has a whole thing. So let's see. Hey, Janet. Hello, Bunny. Hey, Julie. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Tamara. Hey, Margie. Hey, Robin. As you know, Robin is my official note taker, so she'll be taking care of any notes that we have up there. We are going to have, I believe, 2 journals today, and I thought I'd do a quick flip through of the pages, the printed pages that I plan to use in the journal today. So the first journal page, let me set this aside, that I chose was this one. And I love the color scheme that Norella of Calico Collage chose. She chose to go with pinks and blues and add those really funky diamonds. What do you call that? Isn't that, oh, I forgot. Harlequin diamonds, isn't it? Pardon me. And she added some different flowers, roses. She got the Mad Hatter there. We got Alice here, and we have the rabbit trumpeter, the court trumpeter. Oh, thank you so much, Kathy. Just a little purple sparkle. We have the dodo and Alice with her stretched neck. Man, I got choked up. And then here we have Alice sitting in the little chair. And then she has looked through the looking glass and what Alice found there. And then on this side, she's got the beautiful graphics with the drink me butterfly and a key, as well as the Cheshire cat. Then here we've got the white rabbit. How long is forever? Sometimes just 1 second. Oh, thank you, Margie, for your donation. Oh my goodness. She definitely wants us to have one of these donated at the end in a raffle. All right, so we've got this side. We've got the caterpillar smoking his hookah. And I just love the colors she has here. You're entirely bonkers, but I'll tell you a secret. The best people are. And then over here, oh, this is now going to be my cover. I was like, I went through the pages. That was quick. Hey, Irma, welcome. Thank you, Margie. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Julie. I think it is really pretty. I really like it. All right, so here's what I've done. I'm going to start with the cover today, only because I know the size of my journal. I am making what I call a soft cover. This cover is necessarily going to be your permanent cover, but it could be. And I like to normally stick my journals inside of a hard cover. If I'm going to use them, I'll do it that way. But this time we're just kind of playing around. I wanted to show you a different way or a different medium to use. Who has ever picked up a wallpaper sample book? There's a few shops still around where we live here in Oklahoma. I have not picked one up in a long time, but I used to be able to go to a wallpaper shop and I would ask for their discontinued wallpaper sample books. And in the past, they would give them as free. And I think probably a few years ago, someone said a few of the shops were selling it. And who knows, you may even have some wallpaper in your house. So this is some wallpaper that's just got a real pretty pearlescent pattern on it. And what I do is I glue it back to back with another piece of wallpaper. In this case, it was just kind of a muted pattern, which seems silly to me because they could have painted the wall as opposed to using wallpaper, but whatever. So I glued those back to back. I trimmed it down, and in this case, because I'm making an 8.5 by 11 pages folded in half, I made it 11.5 by 9 inches, so that when I go to put my pages inside, we'll just kind of show you by placing one on the front, you have a little bit of leeway on the edges if you're worried about your pages getting bent, okay? Pardon me, I'm going to be clearing my throat today, and I apologize about that. So I had some white cardstock, and I have one of the images from Calico Collage, and I decided to print this on my printer as an 8 by 10 image. And what that does is it shrinks it and puts a little bit of a border around the outside edge. So then I cut that out, and there's 2 of them that I use. And then I trimmed a piece of pink cardstock, and I thought that'd be a pretty little mat. We're gonna do it. Oh, thank you, Tamara, for your donation. We're gonna do the sewing cam alert because we're gonna go to the sewing machine. So what I'm gonna do is just glue these together. I'm basically gluing it with enough glue to just hold it because we're gonna go to the sewing machine and we're gonna stitch. So I'm just going to put that right in the middle. And then I'm going to put it down. Now, I didn't do this on the other cover, so I'm going to do it on this one so you can see the difference. I want to have a ribbon closure for this journal. So what I've got here is some pink polka dot ribbon, which I know is kind of out there, but I used it in the journal. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and wrap it around the outside of my journal. I will make a faux tie with it real fast to see if I've got it long enough. That should be pretty long. I'll go ahead and make it just a little bit longer. You can cut it at a diagonal if you want. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this out of the way for a moment. We're going to line this up. And I'm going somewhat in the middle, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue down the middle. This just helps hold it in place. If you are not going to go to a sewing machine, then what you'll want to do is just glue this down really well. You like that, Julie, using the wallpaper? It's a pretty wallpaper. And then I found this ribbon. I've been cleaning in my room. I've shared inside the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group a little bit, but I've been cleaning in my room and rearranging, and I found a few things, so I'm going to be using some of that today. Isn't that cute ribbon? Just a polka dot ribbon. And I don't even know if this is one I got. I can't remember. I joined some groups many years ago on a place called MySpace. This is before Facebook was really popular. And we would do swaps. So there was a couple of ladies that lived like in California that could go to these I forgot what their textile shops that had ribbon and fabrics and whatnot. And she would buy like a whole bolt of ribbon and then split it up between however many people there were that paid in. And we got lots of ribbon. And I've had this forever. All right, so what I'm going to do is go to the sewing machine and I'm going to stitch this down across the cover here. Okay. As we move over here, I think I'm a little out of angle. So basically when I do a sewing on my sewing machine, I have regular needle, regular thread, and I may run out of thread because I forgot to check. That's always what happens, right? And I'm using a zigzag stitch on my machine. In this case, I think it's 2 and 2.5 because it's electronic. A lot of people are saying that they're afraid to use their sewing machine. It'll ruin it. It'll break it. No, it won't. If you're sewing on fabric and you're sewing on paper, it's no big deal. I sew through chipboard even with my sewing machine. The only thing you may ever need to do really is change the needle when it gets old or bent or dull and clean your machine. That's it. You just sew like you would on paper or on fabric, just the same. And I use it for both. All right, so I'm just going to stitch down. Pardon me. So I went all the way across and I'm just going to stop it. I have an automatic cutter and a threader on my machine. It's an electronic machine, so I really love it. All right, so I'm just going to flip it around and then sew back across on the other side. Just want to make sure that if you've glued anything together, for example, the wallpaper that I glued back to back, that was glued a long time ago, so I know it's definitely dry. All right, so now what I'm going to do is go around this outside edge of the wallpaper. The wallpaper, I kind of think of it as a softer, flexible cardstock weight. By putting two together, it makes it a little bit heavier. And I forgot to do something before I came over here, so we'll do it after I get done. almost done sewing the outside edge. This is probably the most boring part that y'all get to watch. This and or paint drying. And I try to do some things ahead of time, but it doesn't always work out that way. You okay, Hercules? All right, so I've gone all the way around, and what I'm going to do now, we'll come back over here for just a second. I'm going to figure out which is the front, is the back. It doesn't really matter. They look the same. I forgot to do this. I'm going to round the corners. So I got a 1/4 inch crocodile, just because I think it looks just a little bit better. Oh, it looks like I had some skipping here. I wonder if that's when I ran out of thread. I bet you I ran out of thread, so I need to sew it again. Yep, bobbin is empty. Oh, I have a little bit. I have a little bit left. I don't have to wind a new bobbin yet. It'll be soon, though. I'll just load that up so I can sew where I missed. I missed right here, so what I'm going to do is glue this down, and then I'm going to stitch here, and then I'm going to stitch around this piece here. I'm out of camera shot. Hey, Missy, welcome. So glad to have you here. Hey, Eric, hello. All right, let's get that. And we're just going to put it right in the middle. I'm going to fold my cover shut just so I can kind of gauge where I want it. All right, I did not put glue on the edges. I put it in the center. So we're going to stitch right here where I ran out of thread, and then we're going to stitch all the way around. Aren't they awesome, Missy? I really love them. I think she did an amazing job. It's funny because I had people asking me to do an Alice in Wonderland journal, and then she has had people ask her to create a kit. So I finally just said, just do it. Do it any way that you want to do it. Don't make it the traditional Alice in Wonderland colors. You know, not so vintagey. And that's where she came up with this shabby look for this journal kit. And I love it. We're stitching. We're going to hope we don't run out of thread. I like making covers like this, where you just kind of use some things you already have, possibly. I will be live on Thursday. We will be doing some mixed media stuff. I have, like I said, been cleaning in my room quite a bit, and I found a huge stash of gel prints that were already made. I've got some mixed media papers. I have some fussy cut elements from Calico Collage and even my kits. And I've decided that we're just going to play with all of those pieces on Thursday and make some mixed media envelopes, possibly journal cards, tags, tuck spots, pockets. So if there's something you want to see on Thursday, definitely let me know today so I can kind of prep and pull and get that ready. But if you just want to come and hang out, just do that, okay? You wish you could print and resize? Well, Margie, what is your problem with printing and resizing? Because maybe I can help you. We can discuss, we can do through, if you want to call me, we can call each other and I can walk you through it. Because it might just be you need someone to just point how to do it. Okay? So let me know. Teasing Julie. Wow, I'm actually like the shabby look. Yes, I still love the shabby look. It's gorgeous. Hey, Nadine, thank you for your donation. And thank you, Tamara, and thank you, Margie. I love the shabby look. It's beautiful. It's not my go-to. I prefer the very bright and vibrant, like the dancing dragonflies, like the punked out steams. Those are really a lot of fun to me. But it's also fun every once in a while to create something a little bit more shabby, a little bit more feminine. I don't know. So it just kind of depends on my mood. All right. That's why I have this whole room full of stuff. I have choices. All right. So there is my front cover. Here's the inside, and then there's the back. So what I've got ahead of time is I have one of the corner tuck spots that come in the kit, and I've added pieces of paper because this is wallpaper. The next thing I did was I put a little bit of the best glue ever. Can you see that shine? So I used the best glue ever and put a little bit on these tabs and let that air dry. Why? Because sticking to wallpaper, you need something different than Aleene's tacky glue, because Aleene's tacky glue kind of has that plastic in it. And so plastic on plastic doesn't necessarily stick, it'll pop off. So I'm using the best glue ever because it's got a different sticky substance in it. In fact, if I just put my finger on that, then it sticks to my finger, so it'll stick better, it'll grip. You could use Fabri-Tac if you want. I don't like Fabri-Tac because it smells and it gives me a headache. Okay, so I'm gonna put it right here. I have stuff, man. Like I said, I've been posting a little bit about my room. I've been rearranging. It's been nice to see some of the stuff that I had and had not been using in a long time because it was pushed somewhere else. So I'm really glad to be able to do that. Okay, so we're going to do some stamping. Who knows all about my new rubber stamps, everybody? I'm just getting a block. Well, where's the, there's one. I was trying to find the one. So I've got, this is a new stamp. It's called This Journal Made By, so that we can stamp this right in here. You threw out the Tombow. It was too sticky when dry. Yeah, some of them, you know, do that. You're the one that had like 30 different glues in it that you were testing out. So This Journal Made By. Now, again, this is on wallpaper, so you'll want to heat set that, because if you touch it too soon after stamping, it'll smear. So I'm just hitting it with my heat tool for a second. Move my block out of the way, and I'll find my pen. So we're going to get this right out of the way. I will have already signed the journal. 5/31/2021, and happy Memorial Day. Those of you, especially in the United States or Americans, we celebrate Memorial Day or do it as a reflection and remembrance and in respect of those who have paid their life to keep us free. So thank you all. So if you've got family or you are a service person, we thank you for what you've done. All right. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So here is a couple of the jars and bottles. So she's got a set of mason jars and she had a set of bottles. They come in 4 different sizes. No, 3 different sizes, not 4. 3 different sizes. You'll see them as I show you the kit. So that's going to go right here. And I'm going to set this aside. I'll show you the other cover. So here's the other cover I made. I thought the rabbit was really cute. I just did it with a different wallpaper here, and we have a different wallpaper there. And here is the pocket that I put inside this one, 2 more of the journal cards. And what we'll do is we'll wrap the ribbon on the outside and tie it, so it won't be a permanent part of the journal. So there'll be options. And then here is my new rubber stamp set. And I have a special right now. It is the newest product in my shop. You can get all 21 stamps and the small diamond stencil, which we're going to use here in just a moment. So this stencil, all of those for $175. It's a retail value of $203 and some odd cents, I think. And in addition to getting this whole bundle, I will print and laminate the carrier sheet so you can store your rubber stamps on this 8.5 by 11 laminated piece of cardstock. So if that's something you're interested in, do check out the link in the description box, as well as in the links that Robin just shared. And I have more stamps as well. So I went ahead and I have laminated this sheet that has the dragonflies and some of the flowers. and the borders. So I'm starting to do that now as I come to figure out a collection, if you will. Like this is some of my floral collection. I haven't added this yet, but that's going to be a new rubber stamp in my shop. It's like a dainty lavender, and this is a new floral border that I have, and my little hearts. Now my printer smeared, but I didn't care. This is a little heart branch. So these are to be some new ones that I have in there. Do check that out. All right, so let's get started on the first journal page. And we may get done early today because I did a bunch of prep stuff ahead of time. So what we're going to do is just talk about it today. Thank you so much, Morgan. What do you need? You need tutorial. You need a lesson on what it's good to use for. Okay, well, I don't know what that is, Julie, so I have to have it all together. Oh, you like them? You've got them in your wish list, Irma? Yay! Thank you so much. All right, and you like the stencil. Okay, so here's what I've got. I've got some pieces of paper. I have some coffee dyed paper, Julie. Isn't it awesome, Janet? You wish you liked Alice in Wonderland? I understand, Barb. It's not everybody's thing. What's funny, I'm going to confess for Norella, because I figure I can do this. She doesn't really like Alice in Wonderland. My husband, although he's not watched the movies, he says, I don't get it. I don't like Alice in Wonderland. So there are some people who don't, and that is perfectly fine, okay? Yeah, you love the bundled stamp set? Yay! Thank you, Irma. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to make this page and give it some color and oomph. I'm looking at my sample. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is take my book page that is coffee dyed, that is about 8.5 by 11 inches. And I wanted to add the small diamonds to it. All right, I gotta do something about my nose. Sorry, pardon me. It itches. Okay, so I've got the small diamonds in my spray box. I have two colors of Tattered Angels. One of them is called Positive Vibes. The other one is Sapphire. I believe I have both of these in my shop. If I don't, I'll put them in there soon. Yeah, I understand, Barb. I do. You went a little overboard a few weeks ago, Eric says. Yeah, you bought a few things. So I'm just adding the Positive Vibes. It's a very pale blue, but has a pearlescent shimmer on it. It's really quite pretty. And then the Sapphire is a lot darker, and I've got some BBs in there. All right, so I'm just trying to spritz this just a little. Give it some color. I'm going to grab one of my green linen paper that I have an abundance of. I'm finally down to 2 reams, I think, is what I found. I've been giving it inside my stencil club. So if you get the stencil club every month, you're getting a few sheets of this paper. I've given it away in the subscription boxes. So I'm finally getting it reduced. All right, I'm going to go ahead and spritz this backside with the Positive Vibes color. So it's just that pale blue. I'm going to just get it a quick hit with the Sapphire. I'll hit it with my heat tool to help dry it real fast. Yay, Thursday. Sam, it'll be at 12:30 p.m., Missy. 12:30 p.m. You like the Disney and Alice Wonderland, not the new one? Gotcha. Gotcha. I think it might have been... Oh, I don't see the package in here. It was like a 20-pound. It's a linen paper. So it's a little bit more expensive paper when you buy it. And I think it has a watermark in it, if I remember correctly. It may, I can't remember, but there's the mop-up page that made. Isn't that gorgeous? We're going to use that in a moment. So I'm just going to take away this stencil and come back. And I want to have the pattern on both sides. So I'm just going to line this up as best I can. I can kind of see through the other side of the page, so I'm just lining it back up. And we're going to grab the positive vibes first. It's almost empty. That's why I was using it, because I'm like, I've got this little partial bottle. I need to use it up. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll get it down to really, really low. And even if I don't have that in another bottle, that same color, I will mix it with another bottle that's almost empty, because y'all can't tell on camera. All right, I'm just getting another page. I can't remember if I used this or not. I'm just going to mop this one up. I really wanted this pattern bold. Norella used black when she did the digital side of it. And I wanted mine to be just a little bit different than the black. So that's why we decided to go with the blue here. Yeah, I agree. Books are always better. You love the paper, Morgan? You know, Julie, you've been saving the paper? How funny. Use it. You gotta use it. I did that side. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so I'm just making sure. Oh, yeah, that's what I did there. That needs to go right here. All right, we're just going to get rid of this stencil. Put it up there. I'm going to heat this up some more. But see how it left the coffee dye color, and then we have the blue on top. Yeah, exactly. You rely on your indignation. Apparently, we might be lagging just a little bit. You need to, maybe y'all need to refresh. Oh, somebody just got a coupon? Who was it? Oh, just cash in your coupon. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take this. I'm just looking at it. It doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to fold it in half. And I'm being gentle because it's still damp. Okay. Open that up. Yeah, okay. Here's what we're going to do next. Where's my pile of stuff? Ah, there it is. I couldn't find it. I'm going to set this aside. And I found this when I was cleaning. I have this self-stick notes, and I did not notice at the time when I bought these that they're variegated. So they're kind of a pale white, and it kind of has a blue purple, and then it comes into a yellow. I don't know if y'all can even see that. Anyhow, I ripped some of those off, and I've stuck them down to a piece of scrap paper, and I've got one of my new Art Deco, what did I call this? Was it Art Deco Flowers? I think I called it Art Deco Flowers. And I did something that I should have done a long time ago. You know, these little blending brushes, I tend to use the same colors over and over and over, or I use the same color family. So I thought, well, I always wash these out when I'm done. And I was tired of it because I'd have to get up and go wash them, and then they're wet, and they work differently when they're wet. So I went in with my little label gun, my little Dymo Labo gun, and I did the color. I don't know if I have them all on this one. I did mermaid because, you know, I knew it was teal on the handles, so that when I go to use them, purple, blue, I know which one I need. I thought I'd give you all that as a tip. All right, so I'm just going to pick up some picked raspberry. This is Distress Oxide, only because it seems to be juicier than my other ink pad, which is the Distress inks. And I like that if I want to I could spray Tattered Angels over the top of this and get a whole different look. Oh yeah, you bought a few color groupings for brushes. Yeah, I think putting the name on the handle of what color I'm using will help me so that I'm not having to go clean them all the time. I can just leave it because I know it's pink. I know if I'm going to change colors, if I was going to red, I would go get another one and put red on it. But right now I don't use red that often. So that's what that looks like with that on there. Isn't that cool with that pattern? All right, so what I'm going to do now is look at this. And let's go from the inside. Yeah, so I want to come down just a smidge and in the middle. Now this is a sticky note, but I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. I use my phone folder. I put it away where it goes. Kind of smooth that out. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. I'll put some glue on it before I put it down. Technicolor. All right. I'm barely putting any glue on there. I mean, it may look like a lot, but it's just a very, very fine amount. All right, so we're just going to kind of center that. I'm matching off of this one. All right, I think now what I want to do is I've got this new floral border. And oh, I'm looking at this. I'm going to flip this around so it's easier for me to see. I'm just going to ink this up. I'm going to stamp it on upper portion in the center. And you just want to press. You just want to press and let it hold. You don't need to push really, really hard. The longer you leave the stamp down, the more ink that will transfer to the paper. You need some color ink pads, Morgan. You know, and I'll tell you this, Morgan, you don't need every color. If you already gravitate towards certain colors when you're doing your plans, when you're doing your planners, then I would pick up those colors. I tend to go towards the blues and the teals. So I like the Blueprint Sketch, the Dusty Concord, and the Picked Raspberry, because those are what I use all the time. I really suggest that you buy one or two colors at first, but don't go out and buy all of them unless it's an amazing deal. I have a whole set because it was an amazing deal. There's no need to buy all the colors. You can also get them in the little minis, the cubes. It just takes you a little bit longer to do a whole stamp, or you got to hold it so it doesn't run away. There's a couple of artists that's even created little fun foam pieces that holds your stamp block or pad so it doesn't move around on your desk. I thought that was kind of interesting that a couple of people have done. All right, so I just stamped that across the top. What do you think? And I'm going to do this. I've already done some for the other side. So I'm going to flip this over. And I'm using, by looking through my light, or through the paper at the light, then I can kind of see where this is lined up on the other side. And I can line them up perfectly. If I have a tendency to want to do something, I don't know, like sew on it later, I'll be able to do that. I think this is a little bit crooked. I could. All right, so I'm just going to line these up. You used to be a full set person, not anymore, Margie. Yeah, sometimes I know that a couple of those stores will put them 30 to 25 to 30% off. I think I even picked up some items at Hobby Lobby myself a few times because of the sales. See how that patterning comes together? So using a book page and a stencil, 2 stencils, I've now made my own pattern paper. Okay, that's why I like showing this. I want you to really see how you can turn junk into something pretty. And I'm just going to stamp right across the top again with the same stamp. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, and if you buy them, get the re-inkers and the refresher spray because it makes it last that much longer. Yeah, you may think, oh, I don't need it. No, go ahead and get it because it does make a difference. Yeah, exactly, Margie. In fact, I have a whole set of Stampin' Up. If anybody likes Stampin' Up ink pads, let me know. Maybe I'll do a giveaway for it. I've got a whole set of these that I don't use. It's not the colors I like. I don't really know why I have them. I can't remember if I bought them as a lot. I think I bought it as a lot because I wanted the rubber stamps. Yeah, Julie, the little ones are perfect if you only want to have so much space. But I do recommend you get the refresher and possibly the re-inkers. All right, so we've decorated both sides, okay? I went ahead and did this ahead of time. So this is a scrap of paper that was in my spray box that got to be a very bright pink. And then I found some lace. So I found this little lace. I don't know if that's something that I picked up in a garage sale or somebody sent it to me, but it had several yards on there. And I just stitched it across the bottom onto this piece of paper. It's actually just 2 sheets of paper thick. And we're going to make this a pocket right across the bottom here. So we got a little bit of the pink that we brought in. That's also in the kit. Yeah, you only have re-inkers, the ones you use all the time. And that's exactly right too. You don't have to buy all of the re-inkers. You would buy, like I said, I need to buy, in fact, the picked raspberry, and I've got the Mermaid Lagoon. I think the Dusty Concord's one I'm missing. I need to get that re-inker. I didn't buy it when I bought that ink pad, and every time I go to buy it, it's either not in stock or they want like $6 for shipping for 1 bottle. Yeah, get rid of the rest. That's what I'm doing. Send them to a charity shop. All right, so we did that. Then I have a piece of blue paper. Oh, I want to show you this. So this is how I keep scraps. I keep them in these little 12 by 12 envelopes by color. So if it's in the blue family, the purple, yellow, red, black, I put them in a folder. And so I dug through these because these are scraps left over from making greeting cards, past junk journals, who knows what I already used it for. And so I thought, well, I'll start using those in these journals because I need to get rid of it. And then we're going to grab rubber stamp here. That's why. Okay. And this is from the Alice in Wonderland kit. And we're going to do the archival ink. And I've already torn on this edge, so I'm just going to go kind of close and we'll look at it. Yeah, went this way. And get kind of close and in the middle. And I'm just stamping that. So do I want the Distress Oxide or the Distress inks? It depends, Morgan. If you want to do mixed media where you can blend those inks together and get some different and unique backgrounds, you can spray them with Tattered Angels and they'll move and then they'll set up and be permanent. that would be the Distress Oxides. If you're more interested in doing a blending technique like this, you probably might like the distressed inks, because the Distress Oxides, they will still move until they are heat set. You have no friends close that would want them? Yeah, I understand that. I've been lucky. I've got some friends here that I've been pawning off stuff on. I bet you that Robin was like, wait a minute, where did this come from? How come it's in my stuff, when she got back from my workshop last week? Says, you're entirely bonkers, but I'll tell you a secret. All the best people are. That's one of my new rubber stamps. So I kind of help you, kind of give you a little, and again, it's a personal preference, Morgan. It just kind of depends on what you want to do. And like I said, don't go all crazy and buy every single color of all of them. All right, y'all get in on the raffle. So earlier I went ahead and stamped We're All Mad here. Did the same technique on this blue paper that I have an abundance of in my little scrap bin. I'm going to put that right here. All right, I'm going to turn this over for now. I'll go to this side because I may want to do, because I didn't do it there. Okay, on this side, I stamped the Tea Party, and then I colored it in using Tattered Angels. Basically, I got a little paintbrush, I dipped it in the Tattered Angels, and then I just painted this in. I painted the little bunny. On her skin, I found that So Bronze, where did I put it? Here it is. So Bronze was a perfect skin tone color. It has a little bit of glimmer in it. It's kind of peachy, and I don't know, it just kind of became skin tone. And then I used a brown. Which one was that? I used Walnut Gold to color in the bunny just a little bit. This is another piece of wallpaper, and this time I just stitched around the outside edge and I glued these two pieces together. And we're going to make this a pocket right here on our page. You like that? Thank you, Morgan. All right, so we're going to put this right here. Y'all enter the raffle. We're going to draw in just a moment. And then on this side, I had some scrapbook paper that was some stripes. It has a white back, and I cut it to fit just inside. The measurement's about 3 inches by 5¼ inches. And what I like to do is I'll put an acrylic block on big pockets so it has a little bit of weight. Because tacky glue, it does set up somewhat quickly, but at first it may be a little wet and it'll move. So you may need to give it some help. All right. So I'm going to slide this up for a moment. And we're going to do the raffle. All right, we'll do this. All right. Raffle, raffle, raffle. Linda, Linda, Linda. Raffle, raffle, raffle. I'm coming. Excellent collection of bucks growing. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Is it time for the raffle? Hey, Mary, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. All right, I think we got everybody in. Let's get some 200 junk bucks away. Hey, Ashley, I didn't even see you were here. Hello, hello, hello. I've been meaning to call you. Hey, Nadine, congratulations. You got 200 junk bucks. It's kind of like shiny object, and I've been busy, and I'm tired, and I'm just kind of tired of my allergies right now. I've had a headache for 3 days. All right, so let's do, let's see, tags and pocket. Tags. I was trying to come up with a clever name. So we got tags, stickers, and pocket bundle. Yeah, that's what it is. So I had some leftovers from the Dancing Dragonflies that I had planned to use, but didn't get around to it. So I went ahead and decided that I would just share those with y'all. These are some stamped cards and scrapbook paper using some Prima flowers. I made them a long time ago. I think this was for a swap. And then here I have a book page that I sprayed with Tattered Angels, as stamped with the tulip twine, I think is what it's called, in different colors of Tattered Angels from the Dancing Dragonfly kit. And then these are some of the print-offs from the Dancing Dragonfly kits. This is from the Find Your Wing or Use Your Wing set. It has 4 stamps in it. And then this is something that I just made on my computer and printed. And put that in there. And then I've got some stickers here I found in my stash. I thought I would use them today and I didn't. So I thought I'm just going to pass these along. So I did, looks like, use 2 of the stickers out of there, but you get the rest of them. So we're just going to put this all together. So we have tags, stickers, and pockets for you. Uh-oh, your pocket's not straight. Uh-oh, Nadine. Well, you know, do it on purpose. Ashley! Henry says hi. All right. What were we doing? Oh, yeah, we're working on a journal. All right. I found in my stash these journal card pieces, and this is text weight paper, but we're going to use it as a frame. Oh, in fact, I want to do the back side real fast. So again, I picked it because it was in that bundles of used pieces and stuff. So I think what I want to do here is I want to stamp on this piece, and let me look to see. Yes, I do need a scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to move this out of the way. I actually want to get a different scrap of paper because that one's so stamped on. There we go. Let's start with that. That's nice and clean. So I've got this guy, and I want the rabbit. And, oh yeah, I've got a new flower stamp. There's my corner stamp. And then this one. Okay. So I need a block for this one. And I need a block for this one. All right, so I have the white rabbit here. I'm going to ink it up. And you don't want to rock your stamp. You want to just go straight up and down. So we're just going to come right in here. Oh, right about there. And you let that soak in there. Okay? Hey, y'all! There's our bunny rabbit. So I'll put him back on the carrier sheet so I know where he goes. And now I've got, this is a new flower bouquet in my shop. And I'm going to stamp it kind of coming off the page just a little bit so the stems are not going to all show as the bottom. You need to use more stuff. I understand that. You got to use it. Got to use it. All right, so there is that. Set this over here. And then I've got the hurrier I go, the behinder I get. So we're going to stamp that right about there. I like it. And then I have this new corner. So I'm going to rotate this so I can see a little better. Stamp that right there. Close it up. Oh, thank you, Irma, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dominoes. Oh, cool. I used to make domino jewelry. There's the corner. What do you think? Is that kind of cute? So now I'm going to take this and we're going to go and glue it together. So this piece is cardstock and this piece is text weight paper. And this way, if you write on the back with a dark pen, it doesn't bleed through to the front. And if you want to watercolor this, you could do so and paint in all of the images there. All right, I'm looking at this and I want to see, what do I want to do? I think I want to use a rubber stamp on here. And, oh, let's use this one. So I've got the pocket watch. And I'm just going to stamp it like this. I didn't get it inked very well. Oh yeah, that'll be cute. All right, let's do that. I'll do it down here on the corner. Just adding another little texture. I like it. Okay. I didn't put anything up there on my sample. But what I am going to do real fast is stamp this one so they match. That way I have them both done. Because this is something I thought of while I was sitting here. And I need some sort of decoration. So I'm thinking about what do I want to use. I'll do it here. Here. So I need something pink. Why not? I've got this pink fabric. And what I haven't done is stamp the word journal. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Sometimes you got to think it out. I've got my new set of journal words, and I think I like this one today. Go like that. And let's see, what do we want to stamp that on? Some pink paper or a blue paper? I have some more of this blue. Since that's what we used on the other side, let's do it on this side too. I hopefully have enough to do that 4 times. Because I want to do both. Oh, I was looking for it. All right. So, we're going to move this out of the way for a second. This is live, not Memorex. Yeah, a new set of journal words. So I have 2 sets. This is set number 2. One is by Beeline Designs, and this one is by me. It says journal. Let's see if I can get away with stamping that. I don't want to get too close. There. Oh, thank you, Janice, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Put it back on the carrier sheet. All right, so now what I'm going to do is just tear this. So it doesn't matter if you didn't get it straight. We're just going to tear it. Thank you, Barb, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Barb, check your inbox for old emails because you have a gift card from me that you haven't used, by the way. I thought I would tell you that. Maybe you didn't know you have it. And if you don't have it, just message me and I'll resend it to you. All right. Hey, Bevies, how are you? I am just tearing some paper here. This I just rubber stamped. It's from my new journal quartet. And I'll save that little piece. I'll put it back in the little folder. That's what's handy about if you're working from that folder with it by your desk. If not, what I used to do was I'd have a little bin beside me. And so I had one bin that was trash and one bin, like this is trash. I'm not going to keep it. I don't have too much. And then I had another bin that was scraps. And so when that bin got full, then I would sit down and sort it by color. And I haven't been doing that. I've just been throwing things away. Or it's been put in a basket. As I finished a project, I would just put it all in a basket and move the basket away. And that got piled up in another area and it looked terrible. And I finally went through most of that. So I'm trying to really use up all these scraps of papers. Hey, Millie, welcome. Oh, didn't get this one. Ah, thank you, Tanya. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, another font. Yep. I was looking at the messages. All right. So I got these 4 pieces. So I'm just going to grab my page here. And let's glue this. Let's see. Maybe kind of close. Still seeing above that pattern. So it's just adding layers of texture. And I'm using text weight paper. So this is rather thin. So it's not going to make it too bulky. Let's do that one more time. I'll do that right there. There. All right, so now let's fill our pockets. So I've got this journal card. Goes there. I have this journal card that goes here. And then I've got these 2 little journal cards that go there. So I got to make sure I do that over here. So I have 1 of these, 2 of these. So that I had, it's always tea time. And this is, I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. All right, then we're going to turn this over. And in this one, I have a mason jar, and this is a playing card that we'll tuck into the lace there. And then on this side, we'll flip this one over. So I've got the mason jar. This is the little twin dudes. And then we've got 2 more playing cards that we'll put there. And I'll fold it like this. Is that cute? Do you like that? So you got lots of layers and texture and color. And we made all of that pretty much. Used some of scraps too. You saw the email about this kit, Miss Linda? Well, thank you so much for coming. I'm glad you got it. I hope you like it. Yeah, you like the see-through pocket with that lace? All right, let's go on to the next page. So we're going to go back to this piece. And I've got some different colors of Tattered Angels. Oops, I dropped all my stuff. All right, so I got all my stuffs. And this is a new stencil. This is an abstract tile. That's a new stencil pattern. And we're going to put it on this side of our page. Thank you, Millie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so what I'm going to do is I've got Party Pink and Enchanted Rose Pink, which I am out of, but let's see. Wedding Pink is too pale. The Vintage Pink might work by mixing these 2 together to kind of give the offset You could use the vintage pink or the wedding pink with this since I'm sold out of the Enchanted Rose. I just shook it up. And we're just going to spritz a little bit. And I'm going to come back with the Enchanted Rose. And that will make us a really pretty paper. And I don't think I put that. Okay, yeah, I just made a page. Okay, so I'm just going to mop this up. So the same technique that we did pretty much when we mopped up to create the first side. Now I'm just using a different stencil. And I'll go ahead and spritz the back side. I do that because I never know if I'm going to use this as a journal page. And if I already spray it, then it adds a little texture to it. And then I can come back if I want to stencil again, I can. It'll give it a neat effect. But it's like I'm pre-making papers. And I'll just leave them in a stack over there. And then when I'm thinking about it, I'll grab a couple and make a journal page or two. Problem is, I've not been using all of those. I'm trying. And I've given some away. I've had mop-up papers that I've given away. I think I've got a little pile. Oh, about ready. I'll show y'all this. This is drying, so I'm just setting aside. And now our back of our page has this pretty pink pattern. And this side has the diamonds. Let that set for a second. Let it dry. I made some gel prints. Janet, are you still here? Janet was at my in-person workshop a week ago, 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. And I made some gel prints. So here are the gel prints. It's really damp here, so my paper's curling. That I made, and I scanned them into my computer, and I've made these a digital download that if you make a donation, you get these for free. That's kind of what you're buying, is this digital download. And to get the digital download, you need to create a user account at my website. And then you need to make a donation and go to that website and say, hey, I've made a donation. This is my username on YouTube. And then I'll connect those and put you in the YouTube membership. And that will give you this gel print digital download for free. Or you can purchase it. I think it's like $6.99. Thank you, Julie. So these are new papers that I plan to use. All right, so we've got this side. And I want to do some stamping. So we're going to get our stamps out again. I'll lay these over here. I want the deer. Put the clock back. I got to make another sheet with all my stamps on it because I'm running out of my blank sheets. All right, so I'm just lining up the Alice and the deer. And we're going to stamp it over here in this corner. Like so. And I'm just pressing to let it blend together. Okay. You're welcome. Alrighty, so there's the little girl, Alice and deer. And then we're going to put the court trumpeter, get him all lined up on this side. Who has a hard time? You know, Julie, it can be difficult. I tend to pick according to the color scheme I'm working with. I pulled some scrapbook paper out. I pulled different colors of Tattered Angels that I had, some scraps of paper that I had based off of the digital kit. So whatever your foundation or focal point of your journal, I don't know why I was still holding that, pick something that the color scheme or pattern can be something that you can pull from in your stash. And that's usually easier for me. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half so we know where the center is. And I want to stamp up here. So I've got, oh yes, the best gift. So let's do this one. I'm going to stamp it up here. The best gift you could have given her was a lifetime of adventures. Pardon me. Oh yeah. And this is I Knew. Oh my goodness, took you forever to make a decision? Yeah, well, I mean, I can understand that. That's something you're going to look at all the time. And it's okay to take your time. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to force yourself to make a split decision, you know, you can do something silly like get some dice and make a list on a piece of paper that you say left, right, pick blue, the other one. I mean, I don't know. Use the off color. Use the bright color. Give it an assignment to when you roll the dice. And when you roll the dice, when you can't make a decision, just roll the dice, see what you get. And if that doesn't make you happy, you know what? You can roll the dice again. And if that doesn't make you happy, just do what you want. Is that clear? Do what you want. All right. So on this one, oh, what do you think? Just kind of something to write on. Yeah, exactly. Turn them upside down and pick one. Exactly, Barb. Exactly. Don't get hung up on it so much that it paralyzes you and you're unable to make a decision and unable to do something. Okay. Thank you, Janice. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, Irma. All right, so we're just going to use these. I love these arrows that Narella put in the kit. I'm seriously considering making some arrows, rubber stamps like this. And making them, meaning it's a blank arrow so that you can stamp it and then put whatever you want on the inside of it. I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Because I think those are really cool. All right. Uh-oh, don't freeze your computer, Robin. All right, we're going to put this one over here. That way. Over there. All right, and then I've got the little faux postage that Narella made. Yeah, don't overthink it. Don't let that happen. Don't let it paralyze you. You know, and I say this because I spend a lot of time trying to think of new ideas to share with y'all. I have to play with the papers and decide what I want to share and how much time is that going to take? Are they going to be like, well, Linda, we're done. We don't want to watch anymore. How much is it going to take as far as my capacity of, you know, how long does it take me? What's my mental capacity like? So, you know, sometimes you agonize over things. But don't let it disable you. All right, let's move some things out of the way. Another thing I did was, and this one's not very sturdy, I have a little tray here that I started putting my acrylic blocks in because I was putting them in a drawer, but I was constantly opening the drawer, closing the door, opening the door. I still am, but I'm putting my smaller blocks in there and they seem to fit a little bit better. All right, I'm going to clean my hands. We're letting this pocket dry, but this is going to have that there and this over here, and then we've got this where we just stamped it. Yeah, all right, so I'm going to clean my hands off. We're going to get the journal covers, and we're going to put the journals together. We'll flip through it again and see if there's anything that I need to make, because I'm going to show you all the pages. Okay? Do I have a stamp of something Wonderlandish? It could say Wonderland Post. All right. You're going to have to explain to me a little more what you mean, Margie. Because if I don't have it, I can make one. But I do have a Curiouser and Curiouser. So hang on. Let me show you the other journal pages that I made before the live stream. So here I made the journal page earlier. I just used the different ones that were in the kit. Different elements here. Same stencil in the background. Use the same ones there. So let's set this aside. I tried a technique that I don't really like yet. I tried making my own vellum, and you make it with baby oil. I tried it with two different products. I tried it with this hair oil, and then I had baby oil. And basically what you do is take a cotton ball, get the oil on it, and you rub the paper gently, kind of swiping it back and forth, and it makes the paper translucent. So if we take this, you can see through the paper. I don't know if it's the camera's not giving the color, it's washing it out. So I made it, but I dislike it because it's kind of oily still. So I'm not real happy with that. But here's what I did. I made the vellum page. I happen to have this very delicate lacy paper, so you have to be careful with it. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to make a pocket. Here is a paint chip that I stamped with the diamond bar. Then I stamped Alice onto a piece of white cardstock and watercolored her in. This is the crown that comes in the set of Wonderland. This is from the Thoughts Cube. And then I've got the heart branch in the bottom and in the top corner. And then this is the smallest jar or bottle that Alice in the Wonderland collection, Shabby Alice from Calico Collage. And then this is just like a little journal card with the suits on it. Use one of the fussy cut elements from the postage stamp collection. There's some more from the postage stamp collection. These are part of Norella's kits. The bingo cards. I don't know. I just thought that was really pretty. It looks really cool, but I want to let it dry a little bit longer because see, it's changed the color of this paper. I even let it dry for a week before I messed with it. All right, so there's that side. And then here's where I took some scrapbook paper, some 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. No, a rubber stamp. Or you want a stamp that says Wonderland? Here, let me show you what I have right now. So these are all of the Alice in Wonderland stamps that I have. If there's a saying that you could want, yes, let me know, Margie. Give that information to Robin, exactly what you want it to say, and I can make up one. Because these are all, I hand typed them in. This one, I think it was this one. Yeah, this one Norella provided. And this one Norella provided so that it would match the kit. But the rest of the text ones, are not that, because that's just copyright. I just typed them in myself and made them. I used some more wallpaper. So I've got this blue wallpaper twice in the journal. And I decided it would be pretty on top of the 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. And I used some of the elements from the kit. And then I put some lace. I know I hardly ever put lace on anything, right? A rubber stamp of a postage stamp that says Wonderland. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. It looks like a faux postage stamp. Kind of like we did the dragonfly stamp, right? Here I used entirely bonkers. I'll tell you the secret. All the best people are. On this side, I made a little collage on the page. So here is a key. I think this is called Jewel Key. I did gold embossing powder and stamped it onto cardstock, a brown cardstock. Glued that to a piece of fabric on there. This is one of the faux postage. Aren't they cute? And then here I used the bottle and I put the Drink Me together. Those are two separate stamps. You get the frame and then the words Drink Me that you can stamp inside. This is from the Keyhole Cube. I stamped it onto a brown paper. I just thought that just kind of went together. Here I have some fabric that I put behind one of the add-on kit element pages. I think it's called Small Ephemera at Shabby Alice. Yes, I do have the planner, Tanya. I believe so. And then this is one of the bingo cards over here. So that was those sides, scrapbook paper. So what I did was I folded up the bottom and folded the edge down so you can kind of see it's folded down. So it would be a nice sturdy edge, unlike the lace page that's very delicate. I need a drink. I think she means a Wonderland postage stamp. And I can do that. Kind of like this, you know, a collage of something or a stamp that has at least Wonderland and probably Alice's face or something. Yeah, I can do that. So I added lace on this edge, stitched that. Then I stitched all the way around the outside edge. I used the diamond stencil with Mermaid Lagoon. I stamped the Summer Bloom by Beeline Designs in black ink in the background. And then I used from the postage kit, and this is the Small Ephemera. And we have the Cheshire Cat and a bottle. Over here, I used from the Bonkers Cube, the frame and the word Bonkers on a piece of fabric that I stitched to it. This is a thin, pretty paper. And then I stamped notes, so I thought it was kind of funny. Bonkers Notes. Okay, Marge, that's what I thought. Okay. I'll come up with something. I'll tell you what. If you buy the complete set, anybody, not you, Margie, if you buy the complete set of these rubber stamps, I will give you a faux postage of Alice in Wonderland stamp. Okay, there's just an incentive. All right, so there's that page. And I did the same thing, just used different images from the kit. Kits. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say, this is the journal cube, again, the journal quartet, one of the 4 patterns. Then I took some music and made a couple of pages. So here's what I did. Remember how I was showing you that I was lining up the paper and making sure that we're one on top of the other? Well, that's what I did here. And then I stitched down those pieces so you can see it's on both sides. And I stitched down this scrap that was left over from this page. And I used some of that ribbon because I had a bunch of it on the inside. And then I have these little bits that I put inside. So this is from the kit. It's like a little tea bag. And I opened it up and I put the teapot and Drink Me. My rubber stamp wasn't properly trimmed, so I had to trim it. So I got lines. You need to fire the person that was trimming that rubber stamp. If y'all didn't know, that was me. I think it needs something on here. Let's see what I've got. Oh, let's do that. So I've got this little corner flourish. And that way we use it in more than one spot in the journal. So I'm inking it up, and we're going to put it right here. Yes! Doesn't that look cool? Putting that there just adds a little more decoration to it. I'm going to turn this over. I think this side's okay. So I'm going to come over here. Not this one. Where am I? Go the right way, Linda. Let's go here. I'm going to stamp the same thing. There. Now it kind of matches. It's all matchy-matchy. I'm trying to put everything back where it goes. All right. And then again, I had another little envelope. And I put the little tag on there. And I couldn't decide if I wanted it like this or if it should have gone like that. I don't know. So that's what it ended up being. Time for tea. I'll stick that right there. And then I had some mop-up papers that I used notebook paper. And I stamped. This is the Cheshire Cat. This is Cursor and Cursor. And then on this side, I made a little pocket. I used the diamond stencil on some pink paper and one of the faux postage. This is one of the label pieces. And then I had some scrapbook paper that I just adhered some of the elements. And this is one of the journal cards. So you get, you know, that eclectic feel because I'm just using up scraps that I had. This is a scrap of fabric that I happen to have. And I put it on the back side where I stamped because my stamping kind of showed through because it's thin paper. So that's why I did it that way. And it also gives a little more stability when you add some stuff to this thinner paper. All right. And then, but wait, there's more. I printed the big giant clock page that Norella includes in the kit on some tracing paper. And I thought that would be kind of neat to put in the journal. So I have a couple of those as well. All right, so I'm going to clean a couple things off my desk. And we're going to put together this journal. Time for the raffle. All right, so I'm just going to put these in order of the way I want them in the journal. I'm trying to decide, do I want that in the dead center? And this would be there? Or do we want that in the dead center? I think I'd rather have it on that one. That's one idea. Is your text weight? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing a page. Oh, here it is. Or do we want this in the dead center? I think we may want to do that in the center. So it will be folded over when you want this side. It'll also help keep this piece of lace down. Because I think I like that look for the center. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in the pile there. All right. So, y'all enter the raffle, okay? Gotta have fun. You found the way to get my attention, Margie? Oh, dear. Bye, Barb. All right, so we gotta enter for you, Barb. All right, we'll be here for a few more minutes. So, all right, let's go ahead and do the giveaway. Who's getting our little bag of goodies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. All right. Pick a winner. Vienna Chris, congratulations. You get this little bag of goodies. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being here. All right, so let's do another, well, because I'm almost done. We're just going to put the journal together, and then I'll answer any questions y'all may have. I didn't expect to get done so early, but maybe that's a good thing because I'm kind of tired now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put the journal together. We're going to open it up for those who have donated today can enter in to win this journal. We will put the journal together. We'll flip through it, and then I will pick a winner. I don't know if it's just one or if it's two. All right. So let's reset this, and let me get my text I need. And this is called an Alice. So donators only are now eligible. and I will name off who those are. We've got Tanya, Barb, Janice, Irma, Nadine, Tamra, Margie. Margie gave $50, y'all. Thank you so much, Margie. I greatly appreciate your donation. Only one journal unless we make it go. Yep, okay. Hey, Jane. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I know, Eric. I'm almost done. I did more work today ahead of time. All right, so let's see here. Which pages do I want? That as the first page? No, let's do that one as the first page. And we're going to mix these up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where do I want to do this? Ah, that's what's going on. Okay. Let's put that here. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I couldn't figure out what was going on because I printed 4 of the journal kit pages per journal. So I'm just going to grab the first cover that I made, and these pages are going to be the same. Thank you, Kathy, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll just try to get it centered as best as possible as I'm placing them. So let's just kind of do this real fast and see if we need to make any changes, if this is what we want it to be. I was trying to give it a good variety of different patterns, but still in the pink and blue family. Put this one in here. All right. I like it. It's got such a cool vibe to it. I hope I've given you some ideas today of making your own papers, making pockets, journal cards, writing area. Oh, thank you, Eric, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So I'm just going to kind of open this back this way and flip real fast. It's kind of funny that this jar is on the same page. And we've used it again here. I think I like it because we got the pink, the blue. We kind of go back and forth. Got a pink here. And then the vintagey page. Okay, so we're going to put this in the middle. I'm going to grab my tools, my junk journal tools. So what I'm going to do is, I don't want this to move. So I'm going to paper clip that one. I want to get these lined up in the center. Paper clip this into place. I love these giant paper clips. They are very handy. Well, my pages are not lined up the way I want them. So I'm going to make adjustments. There we go. Try to pay attention a little bit. All right, I'll set this aside for a second. And then we're going to grab these pages. At least get them up off the desk. All righty. Yeah, June 3rd, I will be live. We'll be doing Mix 30 at 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. My idea is I'm going to use a lot of things I already have. Oh, I lost the... Well, we'll find it where it goes, I guess. Okay. I will be taking a lot of my leftover things and some gel prints and mixed media pages, and we'll be making a bunch of pockets and journal cards and tuck spots and probably even a file folder to put inside your junk journals. So if there's a technique that you would like to see, definitely speak up about that before we get off here today. Or you can send me a message to my website, lindaisrael.com. And then those that won the prizes, I don't need to tell everybody this. I guess you already have their addresses. But anytime you win a prize, just make sure that I have your mailing address. Okay. I'm just going to come back to the first one. We're going to bind it together. Looking for my little template. There it is. And I've got a bookbinder's needle. I do offer these in my shop, so if you don't have any, you can get them in my shop. All right, so I'm going to put one more paper clip on here just to make sure this is all married together. I've got a piece of fun foam here, and this is my template. I have a tutorial on my website. I think if you put binding template, you'll find the blog post with instructions on how to use it, and it's a free digital download. All right, where's my sticky pen? I've got my Tim Holtz craft pick, and what we're going to do is make sure this is up in a V, and we're going to poke the holes all the way through the spine. I want to do it with it's at a V so it goes through that corner. All right, don't slide off. We're going to do 3 times the length or height of this journal in waxed linen thread. I'm going to double it because we are making 2 journals, even though we may not give them both away today. Oh, hey, Rhonda. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be mailing out a few things tomorrow because today was a holiday weekend. It takes about 3 business days to get the rubber stamps made because I have to design. Could take up to a week. It kind of depends on if I have a full sheet or not. The more stamps you buy, the faster you get them. Because we could do them all at once. And I'm going to make a faux postage stamp to go with the Alice in Wonderland kit. And that'll be in my shop as soon as I get it designed. All right, so I'm going to slip up underneath this piece. I want to make sure that it's tight on the outside and on the inside. Like that. And I'll just cut this somewhat even. That way if I want to put charms on it, I have a little bit of a length that I can use to attach a charm. And I may do that here in a moment. So I'm just going to lay it aside and bind my second journal. That way it's done. Even if we don't give it to a home today, I've got both journals done. All right, so I'm just going to make sure that these are all even. Then come to here. Paper clips. Don't shift on me. Don't shift on me. We're just going to make stuff up. Stay in one place. All right, what's everybody been working on lately? I haven't really got to talk to y'all. No, it's not the next kit. I just made the Alice in Wonderland journal from Calico Collage, and I launched some rubber stamps to go with. The next kit is going to be Garden Tea Party. So yeah, I could see where you might think that this was going to be the next kit, but no, it's going to be Garden Tea Party. Turn this around so I can get to it better. Put your tools away, put your tools away, so you can find them another day. Oh, I forgot to put that in there. Okay, you're entering for Barb. Okay, thank you, Robin. I can't get my words out. Robin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why, thank you, Julie. I hope you like it. All right. Thank you, Sam. Okay, well, it'll be there for you to watch, won't it? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I am doing the whole set of stamps. If you want all of the Alice in Wonderland stamps, it's a product in my shop right now that you can get the whole set, plus the small diamond stencil, and I'm throwing in a faux postage stamp that I'm going to make. If you buy the whole set, the faux postage won't fit on this page because I don't think I have a spot big enough for it, but you'll get this page as well, laminated with the images, so you can store your rubber stamps like I do. Alrighty. Let's find some charms real fast. Let's see what I've got in my bin here. I've got these hearts. That would be kind of cute. And what else? I'm just digging around. Oh, I've got this little flower. Now let's do that. So I'm getting one of each. Okay. My little charm bucket so I can keep them somewhat organized. And these are not all of them that I have. These are just what were left over from kits. And I've just decided I want to use that up first before I go dig out my actual charm stash. So I'm just going to tie this. And Norella wasn't here today. Yeah, the set is listed. It is listed as, you can get them individually or you can get the whole set. And it is listed as a set. If that makes sense. What I said. It's what it is. Alright. Tie it in a knot. Like so. Tie it in a knot. Like so. If there's a saying or a sentiment that you would like to see in a rubber stamp, you can definitely message me through my website. It's no obligation to purchase the stamp. I'll just make it, and if somebody wants it, there it is. That's what I like about being able to laser engrave these stamps. I don't have to make a sample stamp. I know it's going to work. I can just design it, and it'll be there ready. Oh, thank you, Margie. Oh my goodness, Margie, she's always the one that's like, you think you're going to keep a journal? You're not. Thank you, Lori, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I'm going to tie that in. It's a little bit shorter, so we'll make this one a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Oh, great. Start cutting yours. Neater, 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 Margie says. I thought I might get lucky and get to keep one. Well, thank you so much, Margie. I hope you get one today. It's about time. You haven't won one in a very long time. All right, so I didn't put a ribbon on this one. I have plenty, so I'm just going to go around the outside. Slip it on here. Whoever gets this journal, you could punch a hole here in the front and the back cover. You could tie it through that way if you want. Make grommets. You may leave it the way that I've done it. It's whatever you want to do. I'm just going to tie this off. All right, and we're just going to cut a little extra. I still have ribbon left over. Oh, thank you, Sam, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm just going to take a needle or a pin, kind of stick it in there so it doesn't roll off. Okay. So, we have a tie. Do I need to actually tie it for you? Hopefully the stars will be in your favor. It's the journal games. May the odds be ever in your favor. All right, so there's our fun pink ribbon on there. We're going to untie it. I'm going to show you this one. They're basically the same. It's just that I had different elements in the corner pockets and tuck spots. It's all from the same kit. So the cover is made out of wallpaper. Those of you that are here late didn't get to see the beginning. It's a wallpaper that I stitched the ribbon down to. And then I stitched the Calico Collage image that I printed at 8.5 by 11. And just so happens it's the same image on the inside cover. I should have swapped that, but that's okay. And then I made a pocket out of wallpaper. And this is scrapbook paper. Some lace that I had in my stash. It's kind of a shabby chic look. We used the Summer Bloom rubber step in the corner. This is from the Journal Quartet. And this, number 2. And this is the small diamond stencil that I did on there. Thank you, Sam. Thank you so much. You found the stamp set. You're welcome, Sam. And then the label from the kit. And this I used my new stencil. It's called Square Dot. Let me get a scrap of paper. So they're squares with little dots in the center. And I just thought it made a really interesting pattern when I mopped up. I think I mopped up. No. Yeah, that's a mop-up page because I used it on another page. This was the vellum paper that I made. I rubber stamped all of those images onto a paint chip. Yeah, you can see how the oil is coming through. I think I may put some other paper in here. Using from the kit. This is my new, what do I call it? Abstract tiles. Thanks, Janice. Thank you, Sam. And then here is a tea bag. And then I showed this earlier, but we'll show it again so you can see it all in action in the journal. Got the Mad Hatter here. And what is the use of a book, thought Alice, without pictures or conversations? We used the the clock rubber stamp, pocket watch. Ah, baby powder. Okay, thank you, Linda. Yeah, you like the darker? Yeah, thank you, Linda. I mean, thank you, Robin. I've got some baby powder, I think, in my cabinet, so I'll get it out. I may put a piece of paper in between it to help soak it up. And here's our center. So we put that vellum piece. We got the charms. I like it. Wallpaper, the stamping across the top. using the bottle. This clock watch again. The new corner that I made. I used all of the Alice in Wonderland stamps in this kit. I like it. Using the bunkers and notes. Curiouser and Curiouser. This again, the Summer Bloom. Thank you, Sam. You was looking for the other Linda. Thank you, Julie. Made a pocket back here. And there we go. Thank you, Tanya. All right, well, I'm going to put a piece of paper in here to help soak up So I'm going to take a piece of this green linen paper for now, and we're going to sandwich it so it'll help soak up some of that oil. And then I got to look for my baby powder. See, we can combat this. You wonder if anyone would buy this journal in my shop? I don't know. You're saying I need to print a journal kit, or are you saying I need to make a journal, another one? All right, so I'm just going to close that up, and that'll help soak up that paper. Oh, the clock was made that big in the kit. So here it is on cardstock. There is a page that has the clock and a tea bag and the tag and some journal words on it. And it's printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper at an angle. And when I was talking to Norella, she was like, well, I thought it'd be cute as a giant tag that you could hang off your journal. Well, that annoyed me. I don't like big giant tags hanging off my journals. But it would be really super cute if you wanted to attach that with a string and it would be a giant tag. And then she said, what about printing it, cutting it in, or folding it in half and using the center? And I printed this one, and I was going to make something with it. I haven't got to it yet. So I think I'm going to show y'all an idea that I have with that. How did those come out? I have journal cards in my hands now. That went on, look at that page. Okay. Here we go. They fell out. Sam thinks out loud. Yeah, there's a digital download. It was a great idea. I think it's just I needed to let it soak up better. There are also digital pages, which I've put up. Here they are. So here's where I printed an 8.5 by 11 document, and that's where it gives you the border, so I could make a journal cover. And then these are some of the pages that you can get from Norella. They're background papers, writing pages that she has as an add-on. And I printed them, but I didn't end up using them. I had other ideas that I wanted to try. So I have all of these, and I still have a few of the leftover bits. So I may be making an eclectic Alice in Wonderland journal. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put paper to help soak up that oil. You lost your ability to print right now. I understand that. I was that way a while back, and I don't ever want to be without my printer. I'm kind of addicted to it, you know. I print something almost every day. All right, so I will be back Thursday, and we're going to make some mixed media pages. All right, we'll tie this up. All right, thank you so much, Julie. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pick a winner, and the first person can tell me, do you want the rabbit or do you want Alice? So the rabbit has it tied around the outside, and Alice has it sewn underneath, so you can kind of see the difference there. So you'll tell me which journal that you want, and then I'll pick the next winner. So here it is. This is your last chance. All right, we'll put this back in my drawer. I'm so glad that I cleaned up these drawers beside me, because now I can put my junk journal tools right in here. I found all my tape that goes to my tape runner, and I didn't know I had that many. So this has been sitting empty for a while because I didn't know I had any tape runner. That's what happens when you have so much stuff and it's all over the place. Alrighty, so if I remember right, Robin is in for Barb. We have the following people who donated. We have Sam, Lori, Margie, Rhonda Bennett, Morgan, Eric, Kathy, Tanya, Barb, Janice, Irma, Nadine, Tamra, and Margie again. Margie donated the most. Thank you so much, Margie. So let's see if everybody's in. We have Janice, Margie, Lori, Tamra, Irma, Nadine, Tanya, Linda, Kathy, Morgan, Eric, Robin in for Barb, Rhonda, and Sam. I think that's everybody. Y'all are in. And I don't know if nobody's chatting because I can't see anything. So we're going to pick a winner. And that first winner is Lori Merchant. Wait a minute. Why is Lori's in there? Oh, Lori sent a super chat too. I see it. Lori, you won. For some reason it was lagging. Congratulations. You won, Lori. Do you want Alice or do you want the rabbit? You want Alice or do you want the rabbit? Making a flower, Sam says. Oh, cool. And then we'll pick the second winner as soon as I know which one Lori wants. Which one does Lori want? Thank y'all for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I greatly appreciate your support. Do check out the links in the description box. And if you have any questions, do feel free to ask those. Hey, if you'll do me a big, big favor, after this video is over with, if you'll come back and leave a comment, what was your favorite part about today's live stream? Or if you have a question or just a general comment about what we did today. I say we because I did it. You watched. Thank you so much, everybody. All right, so Lori says she wants Alice. So the second person, they're getting the rabbit. So the winner of the rabbit, Sam. Congratulations, Sam. You won the rabbit. Whoop, whoop. Well, awesome, y'all. Thank you again for being here today, for watching. I hope you like seeing my new stamp line. And I hope that if you have any questions, you'll definitely let me know. I even have another new stamp that I haven't used yet. It's got circle dot. I'm putting my stamps back up where they go. I haven't put the dainty lavender on there yet. All right, everybody. I'm going to get off here, and Henry will be home shortly. Happy Memorial Day. I hope to see you on Thursday as we do some mixed media. You're very welcome, Tanya. You're very, very welcome. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. Yeah, it's been a while since Sam won. Yay! Congratulations, Sam. We're going to do something, Margie. You're not bribing the right person. All right, y'all. You have an amazing day. Again, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to get off here. We'll see you on Thursday. Y'all take care. Lots of love to everybody. We're going to get off here. Bye, everybody.